Hey witches. So I found this and I was thinking a little bit about baneful stuff. Not because I have anybody in mind that I want to ruin their life, but I just finished making my baneful boxes. I've done 3 or 4 different boxes, and I'm going to do some reveals so you guys can see what's in them before you buy them, so you won't be like, what's going to be in the box, because I hate that about subscription boxes. So trying something new. But anyway, got me thinking about protection when you're using the box, because I was thinking, what if somebody, does this and it backfires? It just made me feel just concerned in general for people that buy the box, because the oil that I made for that box is crazy. It's terrible. It's bad oil. So if you need to really hurt someone, I've got you covered. But anyway, before you were to do that, I found this, and Tumblr has a lot of cool stuff on it. And this one is just a few ways to protect yourself when you're doing baneful stuff. So I'll link it below, as I always do. But one thing that I do, I'm just going to say this before I do the rest, but I will take white ribbon, and I put some in my baneful box too, but it's white ribbon, and I anoint it with my super sacred protection oil that I make and I charge, and I anoint it with that. I bless it, and then I tie one around each wrist, and then I tie one around the door handle of the handle that I'm doing, the working in, and also my front door and my back door and my garage door. I just do that. It just makes me feel like I have an extra layer of protection. Some other things that you can do: pray to your patron deity. So pray to them and explain to them why it is necessary. Because if you can't come up with a reason why it's necessary, it's probably not worth you doing this. Find an easier way to deal with it instead of going all out. And this is great advice right here. You can ask them for help doing it, but definitely make sure you ask for their protection afterwards. And then wait 24 hours before you do it. See if you still feel the same way. And if you're still that pissed, in certain circumstances, you're not going to change your mind, like somebody hurt your child or, does something just awful. You're not going to change your mind. Just go ahead and do it. But some things, they're questionable. Should we take it to that level or not? So that's good advice. And then this is talking about cleansing with these things. One thing that's good about using these all together is they each have different properties, but they're all really heavily tied to protection. And in my baneful box, I have a blend of herbs, and it has all this stuff in it, but it has more stuff in it. It has like rue, angelica root, hyssop, and just those top tier protection herbs in there. And you can do that, and you can also you can mix those together and then put them on a charcoal disc, and then cleanse yourself, cleanse your space, cleanse your home. Do all that, for a few days, usually about a week. Some people say 3 days. I like to do it for a week. You could also just sage your house, but that combination is good, and the combo that I have in my baneful box is good. But another one, take a bath. You can use those herbs. You can also use any of the herbs that I just mentioned. You can add these with those. But also in your bath, it doesn't say this here, but you need to put salt. You need to be heavy-handed with the salt too. Make a mojo bag containing those herbs and include red sandalwood, and then hang it atop your front door or the door to your bedroom. Tie devil's shoestring to your headboard to drive away evil. And then it talks about rue. It's said to protect whoever possesses it, but when given or placed near someone else, it hexes them. Herbs don't just do shit. You have to give them intentions. I mean, they have properties. I don't really believe in. I don't believe that. Like, if I sold you my protection blend that has heavy-handed in the roux, you're not going to be cursed because of that. You're going to be protected because the intent of that blend is protection from everything. So I don't really agree with that one, but I do agree that using it is good for protection. And then holy basil is great. I love basil. You can also use basil for abundance. Add a protection clause in your incantation when you speak the curse, such as, this curse is deserved, no harm shall come to me or the ones I love, or however you want to say. Definitely do that. Okay, do that. But don't say with harm to none, so mote it be, because you're trying to harm somebody. So it can't be like that. It needs to be, no harm comes to me or the ones I love. Make sure you include them too. Include your loved ones. Don't just say you. And you might even want to say, or our belongings, Just, you try to umbrella that as much as you can. And then this one, white ribbon. How about that? How cool. And the doorknob. That's so cool. Well, I already said that one. And then 10 says that you can try white magic. There are, you can do just basic bindings and things like that. But you could do freezer spells and things like that. But it's not going to be as effective as whipping out that baneful sort of black magic. So anyway, I'm not going to read the rest of that stuff. I'm impressed that they have the ribbon on here. That's cool. But she didn't talk about anointing it in the oil, and that's important. So anyway, that is it, witches. Blessed be. And I will be unboxing my baneful box and my money box tonight for you to see. And then they'll be going up for sale tomorrow on Shopify. Blessed be.